So in this video, let's understand the first hot topic of Java 8, which is Lambda expression. So first we will see the Lambda expression. What is a Lambda expression? Then we will see the syntax of Lambda expression. Then we will identify the usage of Lambda expressions, and then we will identify that whether the curly braces with the Lambda expressions is mandatory or not, and the parameters which we are passing in the Lambda expression for those parameter is the return type is mandatory or not. So all these things we are going to see in this video, and let's start with the video with what is lambda expression. So basically lambda expression is an anonymous function, means a function having without name, and that's the simple definition of lambda expression, that a function having without name is known as lambda expression. These lambda expressions are not tied to any class or any regular method, and lambda expression can also be assigned to a variable, and we can pass around to the methods. So let's see all these things in action. Let me open my Eclipse and we'll show you directly in the code, because I more focuses on the code rather to the theory part. So let me create one package for you guys here. So my package name should be what? Let me create here new package. Package name should be understanding lambdas. Okay, I will click finish here. Oh, all right, I will create one class here. Class name should also like lambda demo. I will hit finish here and will create one main method in it. All right, so let's move to the slides. So slides is what is lambda expression? Let's see in the code. So main method created here, and let me write down the general syntax of lambda. So this is like the general syntax, means these brackets, then the arrow symbol, and then the curly braces. And lambda expression can have any number of input parameters in between them, and then the arrow, and then the curly braces. So let me quickly give you an example of this. So before the Java 8, how we used to create a threads. Okay, so threads I like used to create by implementing runnable or by extending thread class, right? So let's see, we implement a runnable using anonymous inner class, and then we will provide a run method, and this is like system.out.println, and I will pass it in like before Java 8, and I will assign this as a new runnable. And to start this thread, I need to create one thread object, and in the thread I will pass this runnable, and I will call dot start right here. Okay, so this is the way, means we used to create threads before Java 8. But after the Java 8, how we are doing here is like so lambda expression is replacing like inner classes, anonymous inner classes. So what we can do here is at the place of this anonymous inner class, runnable will take, let's say, run equals, then we will place the lambda, means for this abstract method which is in the runnable interface, we can place one lambda here, as this method is not taking any argument, so we'll not take any argument here, then the arrow symbol and the curly braces. Okay, that's it. This is the simple lambda expression, and you will write one statement here, same as we did above, after Java 8. And to run this, to execute this body, thread body, we will again pass in start in into the next thread. Okay. Now you can easily compare that before Java 8, this much code you have to write And in the Java 8, just you can pass the lambda instead of this anonymous inner class. This anonymous inner class, and it will do the job. Okay, and it will start. So let's execute this one to show you the result. Okay, so this is like before Java 8, the main thread is started, then this thread is started, then a new thread is started. Okay, so these are the things with the Lambda expressions. So let's move to our slide. Let's see what is pending next. So we have covered what is Lambda expression and the Lambda syntax. Let's see the usage of Lambda. So the usage of Lambda is simple, guys, means to provide implementation of functional interfaces, we use Lambda expressions. So next, we have one question like, is curly braces mandatory in the Lambda expressions? I will show you that in the here. So is this curly braces is mandatory in the lambda expression? So the answer is no. These are not mandatory because means if your lambda expression has the single statement, then you can remove these curly braces. If let me remove this for you, okay, and there is no compilation error and it will run perfectly. Okay, so let me execute it. Save and launch. All right. So when there is a single statement, that means the curly braces is not mandatory. But if there are the multiple statement inside your lambda body, then you need to place it within the curly braces. So the next question we have here is parameter return type is mandatory? So let's see this in the code. Okay. So we don't have any lambda which is having this return types. So let me pull out one for you. So let's create a lambda expression for comparator interface. It is also having a single abstract method comparator, and it will do the sorting for the integer. Let's say c1 equals 2, and we will take two integer, right? Oh, sorry for that. Okay, just remove this one. And inside this, what we will do is let's call an O1 dot compare to O2 and right. What we are doing is we are sorting integers, okay, and we are using this comparator, and this is like a lambda for this one. So in the O1 and O2 are of integer type. So we are not specifying the return type or the type of these O1 and O2. If you want, you can specify that this is a integer and this is also an integer. Okay. So you can specify, but these are not mandatory. These automatically detected by the compiler, and this is called as type reference in the lambda expression. Okay, so we have created a compiler of integers. That means these two are supposed to be integer only. You must have know that before this before this Java 8, how we supposed to implement this comparator in the class, and we have to override one method, and in the method we have to return this, right. But all this functionality will be removed, and we have simple lambdas to use in place of that use logic. Okay, so I think I have covered all the topics in this slide. So let's see. Let's meet in the next video where I will describe the functional interfaces and how we can use those functional interfaces with the Lambda expressions.